12 Weird Theme Park Rides. Who doesn't love amusement parks? The incredibly thrilling rides and delicious street food paired with fun games and lots of enjoyable activities is what we all need after an exhausting few weeks of the tedious everyday routine. Parks nowadays are constantly competing with each other to offer the best experience for visitors and especially youngsters. This race to stand out has resulted in the formation of some unbelievable theme parks with rides and architecture that amazes even the greatest minds. These parks are pushing the ride technology and human endurance to the limit and constitute a multi-billion-dollar industry. In today's video, we'll be telling you all about the top 12 amongst these mind-boggling theme park rides that have gained international acclaim for their unique, extraordinary design and the immensely thrilling experience for the ones taking the ride. But before we move on to these, make sure you've subscribed to our channel and click the bell icon to turn on notifications so you don't miss out on the upcoming fun. So let's hop on this magical ride that'll take you around the most amazing theme parks in the world and their most popular rides. Number 12. Spin Dizzy Diggerland, UK. Amusement parks are mostly based on themes centered around popular things like Disney movies, fantasy kingdoms, or video games and popular movie franchises. However, the most unexpected series of theme parks is Diggerland, based in the UK and the US. Diggerland pays tribute to the construction industry with its rides and architecture centered around the construction equipment. The original idea was to build a place where young people could try and enjoy driving huge trucks in a safe and controlled environment. But with this one-of-a-kind idea, the company rose up to become a unique theme park with rides that attract hordes of people. The one that keeps people hooked to the point where they keep coming back again and again is called the Spin Dizzy. It's a Komatsu excavator that's been converted to a ride. This has long been retired from a construction site. The buckets have been filled with safety restraints and seating. Once everyone is securely belted in, the operator starts showing off what the excavator is capable of. Placed on top of a small hill, it starts spinning around and occasionally tilts passengers until they start feeling like they're about to fall out. It may not be the most advanced and technologically superior ride, but the unusual nature and creative experience combined make it one of the most popular theme park rides. Number 11. Wicker Man. Over the past few decades, technology has revolutionized the roller coaster ride. Not long ago, it used to be constructed completely from wood, but nowadays a wide range of different materials are used, making it easier to add even crazier inversions. Those seeking nostalgia along with a thrill tend to prefer the traditional wooden design. After all, there's nothing like a classic. With modern advancements in engineering, the companies have been able to amp up the fear levels of even the wood-constructed roller coasters. The Wicker Man coaster is part of the Alton Towers theme park in the UK and is one of the very first wooden roller coasters that features a live fire just above the track. Combining wood and fire is risky business. This cost around $20 million to build. The cars travel around these tracks at an incredibly fast speed, and at one point they pass through this massive Wicker Man effigy shooting actual flames out of its shoulders. The ride features some advanced smoke and heat effects, giving you a truly authentic experience like the movie. We just hope the creators took all necessary safety precautions to keep the flames and wood separated, because that's a combination that could be hazardous. Number 10. The Human Trebuchet. The UK has quite a few amazing theme parks to offer, and this one with its historic significance attracts a lot of visitors annually. Trebuchets were a vital and very effective siege war weapon that enabled attacking forces to launch massive projectiles at the opponents, causing great damage to the enemies. It wasn't long before some thrill enthusiasts thought, hey, why not try using humans as the projectile for these trebuchets? And that's how this ride came alive in the Middlemore Water Park. These propel you 70 feet in the air in the direction of a net that's placed at the perfect calculated distance that catches you once you fall back down. This is quite a risky one, and there's no room for even a minor miscalculation, for it would cost them life or lawsuit. No wonder it was considered the most dangerous ride in any amusement park, and no one ever tried copying the idea. Although no severe damage has ever occurred, a woman did injure her pelvis on this ride in 1999. But since it was the only case ever, it was labeled an anomaly until a student died when she missed the net entirely. This led to the retraction of this ride, and it hasn't been used ever since. Number 9. Mardi Gras Hangover. Six Flags has developed some groundbreaking innovative rides, and their triumphant moment was in the year 2018 when the company launched this record breaker at the Six Flags Great America amusement park. This ride was called the Mardi Gras Hangover, and like its name suggests, hardly anyone can get off this ride without feeling wobbly for a while. Advertised as the largest loop coaster, the ride has a pretty simple structure, which is a 30-meter tall circular track launching the cars at a speed of around 30 miles per hour. The fun part is the seating arrangement, as the riders sit facing each other as the ride moves forward and backward, so you won't miss out on the crazy expression of your friends on this ride. The ride also gives a few seconds pause, suspending you in the air with an incredible upside-down view of the park. Number 8. Vertical Swing. Wonderland, Kalkar, Germany. Most amusement parks are meticulously designed around a theme to provide the most authentic experience for the visitors, but this park in Germany was built around an already existing structure that makes this park the most extraordinary of the lot. We bet you didn't see this one coming. The Wonderland Park is built around an unused nuclear power plant. The plant was built in the 90s but was never switched on due to its less advanced design and serious safety concerns associated with its functioning. This plant had cost a lot of money and the builder had no way of recouping the cost, so it was sold to a Dutch investor looking to build an amusement park. It's built around the reactor shell with one amazing ride inside, the cooling tower. The star ride is called the Vertical Swing Ride. Now, it might not be as fast and thrilling as a roller coaster. Still, there's no experience like being suspended up around 17 stories in the center of a nuclear reactor and enjoying the wind blowing against you. Worth trying. Number 7. Acclaim, Las Vegas. The Strat Hotel in Las Vegas comes up with this unique idea to take the amusement ride experience up a notch by attaching the rides to the highest observation tower in the US. For the 3 people who can get on it at once, the most astonishing and scary ride has to be the Acclaim. At the height of 866 feet above the ground, the Acclaim is the 4th highest ride in the world. This ride is unique because the car doesn't travel around a loopy track. Rather, there's a single 21-meter-long straight track hanging over the edge of the observation tower, and it pivots back and forth, giving the riders the scare of their life. It's designed to move unpredictably so that you think it's not working properly, and therefore to get your adrenaline rush going. Number 6. The Sky Cycle, Washuzan Highland, Japan. Most rides situated at the height equivalent of 4-story buildings should traditionally be automatically driven and offer extra safety harnesses and precautionary tools, but not this one. The Sky Cycle may not have inversions and twists, but it's still quite a dangerous ride. This one has completely pedal-powered cars, so riders have full control of their car movement. And not just that, the only safety equipment this car has is a flimsy seatbelt. It would not be as risky if it was at ground level, but at around 600 feet above the ground, this ride is not for the faint-hearted. Although the view it provides is worth the effort and risk this ride requires. You can see the entire park, the city of Okayama, and the nearby bridge. Each cart has a basket for your belongings, so in case you want some pictures, you can always take the camera with you. Number 5. Saw the Ride. Based on the insanely terrifying cult favorite horror movie franchise called Saw, this ride was announced by Thorpe Park in the UK. The marketing department scored a big one by using this extremely popular franchise, and the evidence is the huge number of people who come to ride this. The roller coaster takes you through a dark section where the riders have to negotiate their way past traps. They're constantly watched over by Jigsaw. You can hear shotguns. Billy the Monster even makes an appearance to describe the rules for the ride. You come across countless mannequins mutilated to give an almost real experience. The fright is triggered even before you board it, therefore it's bound to get even worse once you're on it. With its steep drops and the perilous saws embedded in its structure, this ride is truly a fear fest. Number 4. The Underground Ferris Wheel. Ferris wheels are trademark amusement park rides and they provide the best views, but this one has been built underground at the Selina Turda Amusement Park, Turtle, Romania. The entire park is situated about 120 meters below the surface. This is not an ordinary park. It's been built inside an abandoned salt mine. The mine became functional in the 17th century, and by the year 1932, all the salt had been removed, so it was then used as a cheese storage center and later a bomb shelter, after which it was finally converted to this incredibly creative amusement park. There's an amphitheater for performances, a bowling alley, rowing boats, a mini golf course, and even a drone racetrack. But the major attraction is the Ferris wheel that gives you an up-close view of the ceiling of the cavern. Amazing, right? Number 3. The Hot Tub Roller Coaster. This new amusement park built in the city of Beppu, Japan, truly seems like an unplanned swing taken by the creators who probably had aimed to build a huge and profitable water park. But instead they ended up creating one of the most bizarre and astonishing rides we're sure no one has ever thought of building. The entire park is built on the spa theme because of the ideal location. The abundance of thermal springs in this place is what inspired the idea of a spa-themed amusement park and in turn led it to gain fame worldwide as the greatest hot spring resort in the world. And the star ride of this hot spring resort is the hot tub roller coaster ride. Yep, you heard it right. This park is full of rides that take you splashing down into a pool of hot, comforting, mineral-rich water. To encourage the visitors, there are a lot of employees dressed as zombies walking around the park who encourage you to take one of these rides. The coaster, however, stands out because of its origin. Initially, this was just a concept for an online funny video, but people showed so much interest in this that the city mayor decided to give it a go for real. He used this as a publicity stunt and said that if the video got 1 million views, he will make this ride a reality. And guess what happened? The video crossed the 1 million mark within days. This also piqued the interest of local businessmen who donated and therefore contributed to building this ride. Like any other roller coaster, the riders sit in the cars and the track has the usual twists, turns and deep drops expected on roller coasters. But before the ride starts, every seat which is inside a watertight car gets warm, soapy water poured into it. The riders get completely covered in this, and the water splashes all over them on the ride and on the people standing around as the ride passes by. It sure must be a crazy fun experience. Number 2. Infinity Falls. Florida is known as the amusement park capital of the world with its 10 major theme parks and probably infinite smaller sites. You can find almost all the greatest rides here. SeaWorld Orlando used to rely on animals besides the rides for attracting visitors, but in recent years the use of animals has been questioned ethically, and this has compelled the park operators to install some unbeatable attractions to make up for the bad publicity. In 2018 they introduced the Infinity Falls, the water ride with the tallest drop of a river raft ride in the entire world at 9.1 meters above the ground. The drop itself is around 12 meters because of the dugout section. The designers knew they had to do something about the boring ascent of the ride. They realized it would be the longest ride up as it was the longest ride down, so they came up with an ingenious solution. They installed custom-designed elevators to take the rafts to the top so the riders could be on the verge of the drop in a matter of seconds. What an intelligent way to go about it. Before moving to number 1, here is an interesting concept that clearly deserves to be on this list. For the noble cause of raising £10,000 in order to support a charity fighting cancer, dozens of people rode the Green Scream at the Adventure Island situated in Southend in the year 2010. But there was a catch. They rode it naked. 5 years later, a bunch of people celebrated this iconic event by recreating it and raising another £10,000 for Southend Hospital Charitable Foundation's Keyhole Cancer Appeal. Number 1. The Death Simulator, China. If you've ever thought of being roasted alive in a cemetery, here's your chance to experience it virtually. A ride designer came up with this idea, and of course there were some who thought highly of it, as soon enough, in the window of the World Theme Park located in Shenzhen, China, this ride was opened up to the public. A lot of parks use 4D techniques nowadays to give you unusual experiences, but nothing like this one. Here you lie in a coffin-shaped wooden box and another person, the attendant, pushes you into the virtual incinerator. Left in silence, confined with flames in the small space, you'll start hearing a whirring sound and the box will start heating up until it reaches around 40 degrees Celsius. Although it's an utterly safe ride, after all 40 degrees Celsius is too low to harm anyone, but there have been reports that some who went in freaked out to the point that they screamed and banged on the walls until they were taken out early. And plenty have claimed of having nightmares after this hellish experience. We do not recommend this one for the sake of your mental health and emotional safety. What a ride! We hope you guys enjoyed learning about these unique theme park rides as much as we did. Do tell us in the comments which one you want to try out. We'll be back soon with another smashing video. Until then, you can visit our channel and check out some more incredible videos. See you all next time.